Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Syifa Bilbina Khozaimi. My number student are 24011110025. I am from Faculty of Law in Trunajaya University. I will discuss human trafficking. Trafficking in persons is an act of recruiting, transporting, harboring, sending, moving, or receiving a person with the threat of violence, use of violence, kidnapping, confinement, forgery, fraud, abuse of power of vulnerable position, debt, bondage, or payment or benefits so as to obtain the consent of the person who has control over the other person, whether carried out within countries or between countries, for the purpose of exploitation or resulting in people being exploited, which is a form of violation of human rights which generally involves women and children as victims. International law and convention. The first, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This declaration establishes basic human rights that no one shall violate. Human trafficking clearly contravenes the principle of this declaration, especially regarding the rights to freedom, equality, and protection from exploitation. The second, ILO Convention on Forced Labor. The convention prohibits all forms of forced labor, which is often linked to human trafficking. Countries that ratify this convention are obligated to eliminate forced labor in all its forms, including that used in the context of human trafficking. The third, Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. She establishes the state's obligation to eliminate discrimination against women in all areas, including in the context of human trafficking. Many victims of human trafficking, especially for sexual exploitation, are women, so this convention provides a legal basis for protecting their rights. The fourth, national law. Every country also has laws that regulate human trafficking. For example, law number 21 of 2007 in Indonesia concerning eradication of the crime of human trafficking. Case studies: previously, an Indonesian citizen with the initial SA was allegedly held captive, tortured, and asked to ransom hundreds of millions of rupiah by a fraud syndicate in Myanmar. Johanna Apriliana claimed that her cousin, who lives in North Petukangan, South Jakarta, went to Thailand on July 11 because he was offered high-paying jobs. According to Ministry of Foreign Affairs records, there are 30 Indonesians employed to defraud people online. Mewari has now been controlled by Myanmar rebel groups. From the Myanmar side, Mewari's position as a conflict zone as well as a paradise for online fraud syndicates has added to the complexity of handling the case. From the domestic side, observers say that there are still many Indonesian citizens who are deceived and become victims of TIP because they fall for advertisements of media networks. Statistical data of online scam cases from the period 2020 to March 2024 total 3,703 people. The most were from Cambodia, 1,914. Then the second was the Philippines, 680. Next, Thailand, 360, and Myanmar there were 332. TIP victims related to online gambling and online fraud came from the productive age group of 18 up to 35 years old, highly educated. Some have a master's degree and are technologically literate. This finding is in line with the increase in the number of TIP cases and victims in Indonesia handled by the ranks of the TIP Prevention Task Force team. So, Woro said, we must push for stronger enforcement work. Expert opinions, human rights, and experts emphasize that human trafficking is a serious form of human rights violation involving deprivation of liberty and exploitation of human beings. Current advocacy effort, the first legal and police advocacy, increased legislation. Many countries have adopted their laws to criminalize human trafficking. For example, the Palermo Protocol adopted by the UN provides an international legal framework to combat human trafficking. Stronger law enforcement advocacy is carried out to increase the capacity of law enforcement officials to investigate, arrest, and punish human trafficking. Special training is also provided to understand how to handle victims. Together, we can fight these crimes by raising awareness, reporting suspicious behavior, and supporting victims so they can get their lives back. By working together, we can break the cycle of human trafficking and create a world where everyone lives in freedom and dignity. Thanks for with us. Let's move now.